From 2021, director Chema García Ibarra has The Sacred Spirit available now on Blu-ray from Arrow Home Video. This is a film I'd never seen before, so I went into this totally blind, which I'm totally fine with that for most films. And I was really surprised at this. So this director has done a few things before, a lot of shorts, which are available on a second disc in this set. And this film, basically, it's two parallel stories. It's a mother dealing with the disappearance of her daughter, and then this sort of group of people who are obsessive investigators or appreciators of UFOs and the occult, and them having their meetings and worshiping this thing that might be coming. Or I watched it a little while ago, so it's hard for details, but it was a really interesting and enjoyable experience. It's predominantly, to my untrained eye, non-actors, and very quirky performances, very quirky scenarios and dialogue, and just odd people doing odd things. And I thought it was kind of amusing and funny for the most part, because you never know where it's going to go and what they're going to say and what their strange beliefs are and their lifestyles. And then it takes this twist at the end, this really kind of gut punch twist where you're like, wow, this isn't funny anymore. I didn't have a problem with that twist. It made me appreciate everything that came before it even more. And you could see where there were little clues placed throughout the movie as to where the movie was going to go. But I did not expect it. And as I say, I appreciate any movie that shows me something I've never seen before or surprises me at this point. And this movie certainly did. So if you're a fan of it, what can I say? If you're a fan of movies like Napoleon Dynamite or some of the Wes Anderson stuff, or John Waters maybe, all of that is a presence that I kind of felt during this. And if you're into the whole crypto, occult, supernatural, UFO-ology kind of stuff, that's a factor here. And it really, at first I didn't know what to make of it. I'm like, wow, there aren't really any actors in this, and this movie is kind of loose and it bops around a bit. But when it clicked in, I was really with it, and then I was like, wow, I was not ready for where it went in the end. So that's a very brief overview. I don't want to say too much about it because there's a lot in there. It's not a terribly long film. At my notes say it's 97 minutes, so average feature length. But it goes in all kinds of places that you don't expect and shows you things you wouldn't really expect to normally see. Incredible package from Arrow Video on this. I'm going to be glancing over. I say this in every review now because I'm tipping my hand. I'm going to glance over to see my notes because I took notes of everything that's on this, and it is a lot. It is actually a 2 Blu-ray set. So you get a visual essay by Alexandra Heller-Nicholas about themes of Egyptology and surveillance and things like that tie in with this movie. And her essays are always fantastic. And when I say essay, what it is somebody has prepared a presentation on some aspect of the film. That Arrow does this all the time, and it's supported with stills and clips from the film and visuals like that to go along with it. So you're not just listening to, in the old Criterion days, they would have just had this, as a thing you would listen to. You'd see a still frame and you'd just hear, the person talking, or it would be on the commentary. But they do a really nice job with Arrow with this. You get a visual essay by Josh Nelson on conspiracy, class, and capitalism in the film. You get behind the scenes. You get these things where there's like a little news magazine show that keeps getting referred to during the film. They shot little character pieces about every character in the film with this news reporter. So that's kind of interesting. It's like these little phone news reports that flesh out the characters a little bit. You get the trailer, image gallery, everything that you see on TVs throughout the course of the film, they shot for this. They present that all as it was shot. You get the second disc, 6 short films from the director, all of which have similar themes and similar style. Some similar cast members, or some cast members that go throughout these films. But it's a really great package. If you've seen a short film from this director before, you will like the feature, I think. And if you like the feature, sometimes the short films are just shorter versions of the feature, or don't really feel like the feature you've just watched. But in this case, they all tie in together. So I thought this was really a really fun surprise. Arrow is a really interesting mix of like classic titles, cult titles, the occasional like big studio movie, and then these movies that are like brand new within the last year, that they will be the debut video release, is an Arrow release. And sometimes that happens with Criterion too, and I always thought that was weird with Criterion, but a huge compliment to the filmmaker that Yeah, your film's coming out on video, and it's Criterion is doing it. And in this case, it's you just made a film that was not widely released, but guess what? You're getting the Arrow treatment for this video. So bravo to Chema, García, Ibarra. Sorry, I just mangled the name, for getting the work done, getting the work in front of people, and getting the Arrow treatment. So I would recommend this if you're willing to take a chance on something that's very quirky and unusual. The Sacred Spirit was a pretty good time.